Welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live. Coming at you. 8th inning, 2 outs. Corey Seager just intentionally walked. We've got Jake Berger up to bat right now. We are going to finish this one out with y'all. Hope you're having a good Monday, a good start to the week, man. And that is definitely a running theme, 2-1, talking about the Rangers in a tight ball game once again. Shocker. Look, I'll take it. I will take it, but it is very, very concerning that the offense is continuing to play down. I just would love to see a blowout win at some point. I'm glad at least the Rangers are in it. But, man, is every game going to be 2-1 at this point? Is that what we're doing this year? Every ball game 2-1? Jeez. All right, y'all. We are going to keep on rolling. We'll give you play-by-play. We'll give you colored commentary, post-game analysis along the way. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of y'all choosing Right on Rangers for all your Texas Rangers content. Hey, we have a little steal going. Rangers have now runners on second and third. And we are going to see Jake Berger with a possible 2 RBI opportunity here if he can get one into the outfield. Corey Seager stealing a base. Not something you hear every day. Berger, decently hard ground ball to short, but he is going to be retired here. And the Rangers are going to the 9th, up 1. It's going to be Chris Martin again? Or are we doing Junis? We doing Martin or are we doing Junis? What's going on here? We're doing Junis. Thank you. Thank you. Jacob Junis. We talked about this. I threw out Cole Winn. We have a Jacob Junis sighting in the 9th inning. Hello. Oh, let's hope this goes well, man. Collectively, positive thoughts here, positive vibes. We want this to go well, baby. Prayers answered for now, McJ. Talk to me after the game. Prayers answered for now. I am glad to see Jacob Junis getting an opportunity. I can only hope that it ends with the I Like Texas music playing in the background. We keep rolling. Yeah, Matt, we talked about this. Junis, when Clase went down last year, pitched some in the 9th inning. He pitched in a lot of 8th, 9th inning leverage spots. So I like Jacob Junis in this spot. You know how the game goes. You never can tell what's going to happen, but I like the move to go to Junis here. I do kind of wonder if they're going to spin this as Martin needed a day and then maybe try and go back to the Chris Martin well at some point. But my thought is, you're good. This feels like where the Rangers need to be right now with the closer situation. You guys know I'm a big fan of Cole Winn. Came in with runners on today, got out of another jam. I don't know, runner on first base, not necessarily like a crazy jam, but nevertheless, you come in with runners on, you got a little pressure, and Cole Winn answered the bell once again. Cole Winn today, just the one batter, right? But afterwards, Robert Garcia. Let's talk about Robert Garcia. He actually came in and pitched really well, and it's no shock to me. They actually brought him in the correct spot, which we've said all offseason, all spring training. Non-9th inning, check. Lefty-heavy pockets, check. You had Garcia facing 2 lefties in the inning. You had a righty kind of sandwiched in between. But you had Cole Young, pops out to the catcher, and you have Brendan Donovan, who grounded out to first base. And speaking of grounding out to first base, Jacob Junis is going to get his first out of the inning. Never a doubt there. A little bit of a weird throw from Berg. But we are going to have out number 1 here. Jacob Junis, man. 1 pitch, 1 out. Yes, sir. Cal Raleigh rolls over. Pretty hard hit, but he rolls over to first base, and we are on our way. 2 more. Good stuff from Jacob Junis. Kind of a weird one by Berger, man. He kind of let the ball travel a little bit and then kind of played it from the side. And then I don't know what Jacob Junis was doing. You would like that throw a little bit higher if you're Berger. We're just being nitpicky here. You'd love that throw to be just a little bit higher to Junis. Not a huge deal, but nevertheless, we got an out. The Wyatt ground into a double play never happens in a spring training game. SMH. Look, hopefully we won't have to talk about that. Ultra, good to see you as always, brother. Hopefully we will not have to talk about the Wyatt Langford double play at the end during the post game. That's my plan, at least. Berger, yeah, it was just a weird play by Berger. So we got Jacob Junis maybe injured here. What's going on? All right, they're thinking about, is this safe or out? Did he have the ball? I think he had the ball just fine. Mariners are challenging. Okay, got it. Wasn't sure what they were keeping on the replay there, but they're challenging. Okay, we'll see how this works out for them. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Again, welcome. If you were not here to start the show, we were live during the 8th inning. We moved into the 9th, live play-by-play, color commentary. Texas Carnage, what's good, man? Going to the game on the 26th to watch the Rangers beat my A's. Lies. My A's. Come on now. Hey, but good stuff, buddy. Good to see you, and thanks for hanging out. Hopefully the Rangers will get a win. I'm looking forward to the Rangers getting out to Las Vegas. I am looking forward to that for sure. According to multiple sources, Robert Garcia sucks. Not tonight, baseball news. Not tonight. Because when you pitch Robert Garcia in the right spot, he's actually good. Call in the field stands. We have an out. Robert Garcia is actually very serviceable if you just pitch him in the right spot, which is lefty-heavy pockets in the 7th or 8th inning. Do not pitch him in the 9th inning when you have zero margin for error. Pitch Robert Garcia in the 7th or 8th when you know that he's at least facing 2 lefties or more. I am totally okay with them bringing in RG in a role like that. Jacob Junis, man, did he hit him? Yeah, he hit him. I thought maybe he ducked out of the way, but Jacob Junis going to make it interesting here, and he is going to hit Julio Rodriguez. I thought maybe it cleared his back, but looks like they're going to let it play. Skip says, let's go. Let's get on with it. So J-Rod on first base. Looks like that one just got away from Junis. Yeah, it did just graze the left shoulder, the left upper arm area. So it's going to get interesting here. Never a dull moment when you're talking about a Texas Rangers 9th inning. Never a dull moment, y'all. Yeah, JN, I was just about to say, we can't have nice things around here. We can not have a clean inning very often when we're talking about the Rangers finishing up a ball game. Occasionally happens. Very occasionally. Josh Naylor up to bat right now. We have quickly ball 1, and now pitch number 2. We going to get a double play? Yes, sir! Cue the I Like Texas. And we have Jacob Junis getting his first save of the year. We said it. Jacob Junis, Cole Winn, one of the two. Throw him in the 9th inning. Clearly somebody's watching the show in the Rangers clubhouse. We got a W. Hello, win column. Rangers take this game 2-1. They stop the 4-game slide, and they are going to get back to 500 here. Rangers now improved to 5-5. Jalen Beeks gets your win. Logan Gilbert takes the loss. He's now 0-2 with a 5.40 ERA. Didn't expect to see that. Jacob Junis, save number 1, still has yet to allow an earned run this season. I think the Rangers have found their new closer. I think we found our new closer. Was this that hard? Was it that hard? Look at the dude that has been nails all spring training, and beginning the year, Jacob Junis has come in and gotten the job done every single time. He's got 9th inning experience. We know that he took over the 9th inning at times in Cleveland when Emmanuel Clase went down with the gambling allegations. This was not that hard of a decision, but Felt like we were being a little stubborn. Just a little stubborn, continuing to go back to see Mart when Jacob Junis was there right in front of you, staring you in the face. Jacob Junis, man. Give him the ninth. Give me Cole Winn in the 8th and Junis in the 9th. No brainer. Let's go, baby. Rangers get a dub. We needed this. Look, it was looking bleak. And look, the offense, let's be real, the offense is still an issue. We'll talk about the offense. We'll be a little nitpicky. Obviously, we're going to accentuate the positive on a night like tonight. We got a packed post-game show for you guys. I want to make sure I get the comments and questions along the way. Got a number of topics to burn through with you guys. Yeah, that was a very low drama inning. Omar, gotta agree. Beyond the hit by pitch. A lot of ground balls. You had Cal Raleigh rolling over on one. Naylor rolled over on one as well. You'll take it. Naylor hit it pretty hard. I shouldn't say rolled over. That was a hard ground ball. Raleigh also had a hard ground ball as well. Still, it's on the ground. It's not in the air. Going for a home run. Chris Martin. Chris Martin. Tyler Stevenson. I don't think we need to go there. I'll take 97 on the ground over 100 plus in the air going into the Rangers bullpen. Rangers back to 5-5, man. And look, it was definitely a much needed win. 2-1 ball game. What's new? Like, no shock that this is another low scoring affair, right? We're used to this. We're built for this. Last 2 years, 24 and 25, we've been living this like every single night. Yeah, Josh Young, 11-pitch AB was impressive. It's too bad Wyatt grounded into the double play and kind of negated it, but I'm going to have to do an edit on that one. That was impressive. All 11 pitches of that AB for Josh Young. Good stuff. I think I told you guys, I'm a lot less worried about the Jungle Cat than I am a couple other players. I know that the numbers don't look great for Josh, but I'm a lot less worried about him than I am about other guys on the team right now. And there's not a long list. There's really not a long list, but Josh Young, I think 2 for 3 tonight, right? I think he'll find it. He's been hitting the ball hard. He's been seeing the ball pretty well. I think there are a couple other names that I worry more about before I get to the Jungle Cat. Yeah, John, you beat me to the punch. Smitty is a guy I'm probably worried about more than Josh Young for sure. I've already mentioned him in past shows. You know, the ball is definitely not jumping off the bat consistently enough for me. I know he had a couple of hard hits over the weekend, but collectively, the bat speed a little low. I think it's like 12th percentile. Josh Smith, I'm a little worried about. 0 for 3 tonight, 103 batting average. I would definitely put him up there, probably close to the top of my list, if not the top of my list. Josh Smith is looking a little putrid right now. Yes, McJ, I would have to agree. We love Smitty here on the show, but he's having a rough start to 2026. Let's focus on the positive, though, before we start lighting people up left and right. The other day, Smitty did have some good swings. Joseph, I'm with you on that. I mentioned he hit the ball hard a couple of times the other day against the Reds. But still, when you look at the numbers, bottom half of the league when it comes to exit velocity, I think he's bottom 12th percentile when it comes to the bat speed, which has kind of declined each year a little bit for Josh Smith. But the positives here, Jacob deGrom. Let's talk deGrom. First inning, what a battle with Cal Raleigh. I feel like the fastball that Cal hit for a homer was deGrom just trying to challenge him mano-a-mano. I called it kind of a screw it fastball. And what I mean by that is dude just tried to pump gas there. And they were setting up low and outside. deGrom threw 99 mile an hour cheddar to Raleigh right down the middle. Again, they were setting up low and away. So they were looking to paint that fastball on the outside corner at the knees. And deGrom decided to go with the velocity. And I think that the velocity added on probably took away a little bit from the location. I'd love to hear what deGrom has to say, just giving you my analysis without knowing anything going on inside the head of deGrom or Danny Jansen. But my thought is, dude tried to ramp it up and lost a little bit of the command and right down the middle of the cow, and he did not miss it. Now, I'm glad that it did not turn into something worse. I really wondered, are we about to have like a Cal Raleigh breakout party here? Is Cal about to go nuts on us after a really slow start to the season? That was Cal Raleigh's first home run, by the way, of the 2026 year. So I'm glad that they limited the damage that Cal did after that. I know he did walk, but definitely did not like seeing deGrom start out the first inning that way. It was a 24-pitch first inning. But credit to him. I mean, he got us to the fifth. I know some fans are going to be on deGrom about not getting to the sixth inning. I was actually going back and forth a little bit with somebody on X, on Twitter, and I said, man, deGrom is going to need like an ultra quick fourth inning if he's going to pitch six, if he's going to get a chance for a quality start. And I kind of got a little pushback like, dude, he's set up perfectly. And I'm like, you got to remember what they did last year, bro. Like last year, deGrom, if he hit 80 pitches, he was done. And sure enough, tonight, I think he was at 74, wasn't he? 74 pitches, something like that, 75 pitches, and pull. So they are babying deGrom out the gate. I know some people are going to be pissed off about it. I know some people are going to say, hey, it got us 30 starts last year, whatever you got to do. I will say, by and large, if you have to make me take a side right now, I'm going to go with the side that allows me to have 5 innings of deGrom over 6 innings of somebody lesser, much lesser, if we could get even more specific. I understand the bullpen thing. I understand that people want to see deGrom go deep in games and not make the bullpen go 4 innings every single time he pitches. That being said, 5 innings of ace-level pitching, what we got tonight out of deGrom, you'll take it. You'll not be completely satisfied, but you will absolutely take it. I don't want to see deGrom get, totally hurt and run down later on in the year. If this is what they've decided is going to work for them, let it be. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. No pun intended, but it actually works out pretty well. I want to see deGrom stay healthy. I'd much rather 5 innings of Jacob deGrom every 5 days than 5 or 6 innings of some other dude that is not even going to be close to the level of what you're getting out of JDG. That is the reality here. So you don't have deGrom. You're going to have some other 4th or 5th level starter that's much worse and much less talented. So give me 5 innings of deGrom. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed from time to time that they baby him and he's not able to go deeper and the bullpen has to pitch 4 innings. But nevertheless, I'm okay with it. Keep doing it. It's working. It keeps deGrom healthy. And you know what? It's even better when you work out and you get a win. Appreciate the gift, man. Thank you so much. All you guys that have been generous with the gifts, thank you. Thank you. Waiting for the jock truthers to come in here. Be Daddy 100%, man. I like to have fun. When I post on social media, I definitely know there are some people that have the knowledge, watch the shows, watch the content, get the vibe for what I'm like as a person for the most part. I wouldn't say totally unserious, but I like to have fun when I'm posting during the games, man. We get a little extreme. You get the raw emotion. I'm not sitting there when I'm posting during the game trying to get these like level-headed takes. Man, I like to go with the ebb and flows just like you guys do, man. I think I've talked to you about this. Like, here's how it is when I'm watching a Texas Rangers game with my buddies. When we were growing up, college, all that good stuff, man. Like, we are going to the highest of highs and the lowest of lows during a game. You are going nuts when Jake Berger hits that double to put us up 2-1. And you are cussing somebody out when they strike out in a big moment, man. That is the journey of being a fan. And I know that some people really expect just very neutral, non-emotional takes on X. I think you're in the wrong place. Facebook, Threads, whichever one you're on. That's so much less fun than reacting with emotion with every single pitch and AB. I don't know. That's how I like to watch the game. Now, after the game's over, do I think about it? Do I analyze? Do I do my homework? Do I look at the advanced stats? Do I try to uncover things that aren't obvious in the box score? Absolutely. And so that's why I like to do my short reels and my videos and all that. But during the game and on the lives, man, I'm not trying to sit here and be politically correct per se. I try to keep the show PG, as you guys know. But shoot, I'm not sitting here trying to be boring, blasé, and just make sure I give you like the least hot takey emotional take possible. No thanks. And so I bring all that up because during this game, clearly you're going from first inning frustration with deGrom giving up another long ball to then just being totally amazed and impressed with his mastery, the art of pitching, man. Jacob deGrom just putting it on full display with 6 Ks. Look, he had 1 walk and he gave up the Cal Raleigh bomb. Those are the only 2 blemishes on Jacob deGrom's stat line tonight. A walk and the home run. That's it. Impressive stuff from the Rangers ace. ERA now sits at 3.72. Got to give it to the bullpen once again. We're just accentuating positives right now. Cole Winn, my guy, continues to get the Rangers out of jams. Jalen Beeks, an inning. Relieved Jacob deGrom. Did have a walk, but another scoreless inning from him. Tyler Alexander, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Robert Garcia, when used properly, did great. And he got a nice lefty-heavy pocket. I love how Skip utilized him tonight. I pray that this is what they do for Robert Garcia every single time. If they do this every single time with Robert Garcia, you will see him have success. If they continue to force him in the 9th inning, you are going to see exactly what you've seen the last year. I'm not sure why they are so unwilling to just permanently make Garcia a 7th, 8th inning lefty specialist. You can't be a true lefty specialist anymore because of the 3-batter minimum. But when you've got 2 out of 3 lefties coming up, sure, they can pinch hit. But I love that Garcia gets Donovan out, he gets Young out, and he's also able to get a right-hander out in his 3 at-bats that he faced. And Robert Garcia in this role, very effective. And then going down to Jacob Junis. You had the hit by pitch. Otherwise, a very chill 9th inning. It's about time. It's about time we got a 9th inning that was not interesting. A lot of ground balls. Some hit hard, but you know what? Right at people. And the Rangers get back to 5-5, their 5th win of the season. All right. Now, offensively, I'm saving the lesser for last here. I'm not saving the best for last here, but let's talk about the guys that deserve some praise tonight. Corey Seager, 2 for 3, hit the ball very hard this evening, had an RBI, had a walk. Corey was on base 3 times. Jake Berger comes up with the clutch hit, right? But Corey Seager, probably, I would say, your offensive MVP tonight. Jake Berger, definitely the guy that a lot of people are going to lock in on and focus on, and he's getting interviewed right now on the postgame by Laura Stickles. Would love to hear this. I'm going to have to go back and rewind and listen to this. Please let me know if you got the postgame on in the background. Let me know if there's anything interesting said, if they do anything with interviews with Skip or with any of the players. Mick J, you're good for that sometimes if you're still hanging out. Appreciate you. Yeah, I would say Corey getting on base 3 times, just huge. And, of course, Corey Seager, before Jake Berger hits him home, getting the fire started, right, in that inning. You go back to the 6th inning, Corey Seager getting on base. That's what allows the run to score off of the Jake Berger double. So I'm giving it to Corey tonight, even though Jake Berger gets the game-winning hit. Berger now 317, 910 OPS. Corey Seager, 270, 878 OPS. Good stuff. Corey had, I would say, a disappointing home opening series. He wasn't terrible through and through, but Corey, I think, had a bit of a disappointing first weekend back in Arlington, a place where he typically rakes. Corey has a 900-plus career OPS at Globe Life Field. It's a place he loves hitting in. It was a little bit disappointing that he wasn't able to put that more on full display over the weekend. Clearly, you can't always control your output. You can't always control the results, but good to see Corey getting back on track tonight. And Jake Burger continuing to have a great start to the 2026 season. He's hitting the ball hard. He is providing some pop from that cleanup spot, something that's been sorely missed. I said it in spring training. I really like this Seager Burger combo. I really do. It is going to work out beautifully if Burger can keep up this pace. Because when Burger is dangerous, Seager then hitting in front of him, you don't want to pitch around Corey to get to Burger if Burger's hot and doing this. Now, look, at the end of the day, there's going to be clubs that say, screw it, I don't care that Burger is hitting well. I don't want to face Corey Seager, and I'm not going to blame them. But it makes teams think twice when you've got a player dropping bombs from the cleanup spot right behind Corey Seager. I am loving what I'm seeing so far from the 3 and 4 spots. As we've all talked about, the 5 spot, 6, 7, 8, all of those are the question marks right now. And Jock Peterson tonight, 1 for 3, bit of a, duck fart, duck snort, whatever you call it, whatever you grew up with. Look, I posted during the game with Jock Peterson, give me the duck fart that went for a double over the exit velocity copium that everybody tries to feed me about Jock Peterson, the Jock Truthers, after his 0 for 4 performances. I will take the Jock Peterson double. I know some people are going to hate on it. I'll take that, man. You put the ball in play, you got a little lucky, and you're standing on second base at the end of it. Nearly got picked off in the process trying to go to third, but at least he got back, right? We won't go there. But Jock Peterson, man, just get the ball onto green grass. I don't care if you hit it 97, 98 off the bat and you're 99th percentile in exit velocity. We talked about this on the show yesterday. Yes, Jock had the big home run. He also had a pop-up to the catcher that was tracked at 97 miles an hour off the bat. So my pump the brakes on Jock and the exit velo. If you're popping it up to the catcher at 97 off the bat, is that good? Let's just keep it very basic here. Is it good if you're popping up to the catcher, and who cares if you're doing it at 97 miles an hour? I mean, I don't even understand that at all. But some people just like to put that exit velo in a vacuum. I'm not one of those people. I like it as a tool, but at this point, Jock just has to start getting crooked numbers into the box score. 1 for 3 or 1 for 4, whatever he was, it's great. But we got to start seeing numbers, man. I don't care about advanced stats. We played the advanced stats last game. So tonight, Jock put the ball in play, 1 for 3. Good for him, man. Struck out 1 time. And you know what? Gave the Rangers an opportunity to put runs on the board. It did not come to pass. Evan Carter was not able to drive him home, but positive stuff. Back-to-back days. I think you walk away from Jock Peterson and you're positive. I feel like Jock is going to clearly be under a microscope the rest of the year, and he rightfully should be scrutinized. Jock's quote, for me, I wish that he would not have gone there, but I understand why he did. So, the quote today, if you didn't catch it from Jock Peterson, was essentially, it's game 8. The opening day paint is still on the field. People blow things out of proportion. I don't really think that's the right spirit for Jock. If I was Jock's PR guy, I'd be saying, dude, no, that's not the right energy. That's not the right energy. You know what the right energy would have been after the game yesterday? If I'm Jock's PR guy, dude, humble. Just go humble. Be like, the fans have a right. If you just went and you said to the media after the game yesterday, the fans have a right to boo. I haven't played well. And it felt good to hit the home run. I'm glad I could give the fans something to cheer about. But it hasn't worked out very well so far here, my time in Arlington. And I'm really looking forward to proving the fans wrong. And I'm hoping to continue to have a great rest of the season. I just don't like the energy of you're blowing things out of proportion. The opening day paint's still on the field. I just don't think that's the right vibe for Jock right now. I don't. I think he needs to temper that down a little bit, bro. We watched the entire 2025 season. We didn't all get, whatever it is, neuralized, going and talking Men in Black style here. We didn't all get neuralized, big blinding flash of light, magically forget 2025. It hasn't been 8 games. It's been 170. Now it's been 172 since Jock Peterson has been a Ranger. I would like to see a little more humility. I don't think that's Jock's style. I'm not trying to call names or demean or anything like that, but I think Jock would be wise to play it down a little bit, man. Like, just admit it hasn't gone great. The fans, let them do whatever they want. I would say they have a right to boo. I haven't been playing well. Like, blowing things out of proportion, just not the right move if I'm Jock's PR guy. I mean, look, Jock is entitled to say whatever he wants to say, man. But he's getting paid $18.5 million to do what he does, man. Nobody feels sorry for Jock Peterson, dude. You are making a pretty penny. $37 million. I'm not worried about it if I'm Jock. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm owning it, and I'm doing my best to right the ship. We keep going. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Jacob deGrom, minor knee issue I'm reading right now. Minor knee issue, and so that's why he was removed. I still think the Rangers were probably going to pull him anyways, but I just got a notification from, I think it was Jeff Wilson, who said that deGrom, minor knee issue. I don't know. Skip's talking right now. Obviously, I don't have the sound turned on. I'll see if I can get closed caption, see if I can pick up anything. But look, we'll monitor that. If deGrom is having some kind of knee issue, it's not great, man. Those kinds of things tend to linger, but you hope it's just precautionary, kind of like it was when you decided to push the start back from the opening series in Philadelphia to the Baltimore series. I surely hope it's nothing serious. Keep going. Minor knee issue means old man knees. I hope so, B-Daddy. I sure hope so. Jock now has a total of 50 hits since signing. Stetson, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's brutal with Jock. It's brutal. Again, if I'm Jock, yeah, I've sucked, man. Everybody's got a right to boo. You know what? The Rangers fans, I really do think if the Rangers fans heard from Jock in that light a little bit more, I don't think there would be as much pent-up frustration, but it's like every time Jock does something right, it's like him against the fans. That's what I don't like. I just think that's totally the wrong way to go about this. Rangers fans do not have that much vitriol. It's definitely more tame than some of the other fan bases that I see. And I interact with a lot of fans from a lot of different teams doing what I do. The Rangers fans, I think, would be very, very less upset with Jock if he had a different attitude. But he doesn't. It's his choice. I think it's a stupid one. But he's got to do what he's got to do. I want to see Jock succeed too. I don't want to see Jock fail. But the Jock versus the fans thing is just dumb. Like, dude, don't make it you versus the fans. It's just a stupid path to take for him. You're getting paid $38 million, buddy. Like, we don't need to play me against the fans. It's just dumb games, man. Keep rolling. Jock talking about fans making too much of his play, but has to be feeling the pressure after his reaction to the home run. I don't know that enough pressure really got applied to him. I did tweet out, and Sean McFarland, Dallas Morning News, actually got back to me. I tweeted out, did anybody actually ask Jock about what he said? And Sean basically said that they asked him about his reaction. But if it's me, I'm asking him very specifically, what was your message? What was your message to the fans? And why did you feel that message needed to be communicated? I mean, put some pressure on the guy to own the comments. I don't care that it's like heat of the moment. You can't really get away with that in 2026. So I would put some pressure on him. What's the message, man? And why? I don't think there's really a lot of people that are going to ask a hard-hitting question like that. It's one thing to ask Jock, talk about your reaction after the home run. That's such a cop-out, man, because all he did was say, yeah, it felt great. Felt great to hit the homer. You really kind of took the pressure off of him by not being a little bit more pointed. That would be a critique that I would have. I feel like it's a big story. Jock Peterson getting booed at a home game, the second home game of the year. Third home game, excuse me. That's a pretty big story. It's a pretty big story. $18.5 million. I feel like there should be a lot more news around it, but the fact that there isn't, it kind of does paint the picture of some of the things we've said all along. Like, as a reporter, obviously you have to not be super biased, and you're trying to be a little bit objective, of course, injecting your own personality into it, but it feels like such a miss that the reporters don't make bigger deals out of these little dramatic subplots. That's what makes the game fun as a fan, man. And I know some people are like maybe feeling the opposite. Like, I just want to watch baseball and I don't care about anything else, just the game, just in between the white lines, man. I don't know. As a diehard, I love hearing about just about everything. Feels like a miss. We keep going. They made a bigger deal out of Rowdy going after 105.3. I totally agree, McJ. Totally agree on that. Keep rolling. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the follows. Big Tex, you're going to dog him? I know he is going to get dogged by people. I mean, look, if he doesn't go on a heater here in about a week or two, he's going to keep getting dogged. I mean, there's no way around it. And that's why I would have a different disposition than him. If he were humble, I think fans would be a lot easier on him. It's the fact that it's always him against the fans whenever he does well. It's just too bad. But enough about Jock, man. Enough about Jock. We've covered him pretty exclusively over the last 2 or 3 days. You know, back to the rest of the lineup. I talked a little bit about the bottom half of the order. We did have an 0 performance from the 6 through 8 hitters. Josh Young hitting 9th, delivered 2 hits. That's awesome. But look, you had Evan Carter 0 for 3, Danny Jansen 0 for 3, Josh Smith 0 for 3. Not good. I definitely am the most worried about Josh Smith, who's hitting 103 right now. Jock Peterson, not on or eligible for this list. We know Jock is definitely having a bit of a tough time despite the home run yesterday. I'm worried about Josh Smith. I think that the advanced stats probably haven't quite been updated yet. Tonight did not have his best day up at the plate. Some days, like the other day, you get a little unlucky. Josh was smoking the ball to the gap. He was connecting healthily. But tonight didn't really happen. Josh Smith going through the ABs right now as quickly as I possibly can. Looks like a 90-mile-an-hour fly out in the bottom of the third. After that, Josh Smith, second AB strikeout swinging, and that was a 3-pitch strikeout. Anytime you have 3-pitch strikeout, clearly not a great AB, not a great plate appearance. And then the final at-bat, that was in the bottom of the 7th inning, lined out. I don't even know why they called this a liner, but it was a 60-mile-an-hour line out to third base. So the exit velocity is in the lower tier. The bat speed is very slow. We love Smitty. I definitely enjoy cheering for him. We got to be fair, though. It's not been a great start. There were a lot of concerns coming into the season. Josh Smith, second half, could he right that ship by just playing one position, right? Second baseman every day. He has been platooned against lefties, but a lot of people thought that maybe just moving to second base would unlock something. And I push back on that. I was never a believer that Josh Smith moving to second base was going to be something that turned him into this elite hitter or even a better hitter than he already was. And in fact, Josh Smith has basically pushed back at different times. I feel like he's actually kind of waffled a little bit because there were times where he said that he really liked it and it actually kept him sharp hitting. And he felt like it was a benefit to play multiple positions. But I feel like some of the beat writers and some of the people asking him questions have kind of thrown up some softballs to him. And he's kind of started to buy into this. Yeah, it is kind of nice. And it is kind of cool to be able to focus on one. So I feel like we've gotten some mixed messaging from Josh in that department. But I would default back to, I don't really think moving to one spot, and I never thought it was going to really upgrade Josh Smith's offensive game. I think he is what he is at this point. And when it comes to hitting, he is a guy that has a bit of a slower bat speed, and it has been dipping over the past several years. Small dips, like 1 mile an hour, 1.5 mile an hour. I think he's like at 68 for his bat speed right now. Jake Berger, by the way, just for comparison, Jake Berger is 80 plus miles an hour with the bat speed. I mean, it's definitely a little bit concerning. Soft contact plus slow bat plus hitting 100. I'm a little bit worried. Good news, you've got Ezekiel Duran, who appears to have found something. I don't think Duran is going to be a massive upgrade, but it feels like he maybe can give you a little bit of a spark. Cody Freeman, haven't gotten an update on him yet. I'm hoping one of the beats will ask about Cody Freeman at some point. I definitely would not mind seeing Zeke in there tomorrow either, Mace. Good to see you as always, my guy. JB, I'm kind of with you on this. Kutch and Zeke, I'd like to see a lot more of them. deGrom was dealing tonight, Matt. Good to see you. Yeah, McJ, yes. Definitely, Jock set himself up a little bit with the Astros comments at the opening presser. He gained a lot of fans by doing that, but unfortunately, has not worked out. Yet. That's the magic word, yet. Evo getting his W tomorrow? I sure hope so. You guys know, for those of y'all that have watched the show for a long time, you know, when we win that first game, you know, it's one of my favorite things. Like, when you win the first game of a series, it's so huge because now you made it that much easier to go win one. And when you've got Nathan Eovaldi following up Jacob deGrom to go win you a series, massive. And so I am excited to see what Evo brings to the table tomorrow. He has had a bit of a rough start, and we did break down Evo in the first 2 starts in one of the reels we put out, I want to say late last week before the Easter weekend. Evo, by the way, very much still elite when it comes to the off speed, very much doing some of those intangibles, some of those advanced stats, if you will, very well. But the one thing that he's not doing great is locating, and he's getting hit very hard, right? Leaving some pitches out over the plate that have really gotten mashed. And so Evo, hopefully tomorrow, a little sharper with the control. We know that the stuff is still there. Advanced stats will back that up. Stuff is still there. This isn't Evo's washed up. Evo's stuff is fading. I really do feel like it's execution, it's location, and those are things that I do feel like Evo can right and can get back on track with. We'll see what happens tomorrow. He's facing a really good team. We're going to preview the game for you at the end of the show today. We've got about 15 minutes or so left. And so we're going to break down who do we need to look out for, who has Evo had some success with. Seattle, still a pretty potent lineup. I'm not necessarily expecting Evo to go 7 shutout tomorrow, but I'd love 6 innings, 3 earned runs. I'd love 6 innings, 3 earned runs. That would be phenomenal. Tomorrow, I think, is Kirby. Yeah, McJ, you beat me to it. Tomorrow's Kirby. Kirby and then Woo, who was, I believe, their opening day starter, and Woo was an all-star last year. All these guys pitch pretty well against the Rangers. Kirby especially. I'm a little worried tomorrow about the offense. George Kirby, very, very good when facing the Rangers. Hopefully, we can figure out a way to scrape across some runs, but I do imagine there will be a lot of low-scoring games in this series. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but on paper, looks to be very much a low-scoring series. Zach, wasn't until the Red series before he hit his stride. I got you. I'm tracking you, man. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate you, bud, as always. Kirby has a career 102 ERA against us. Macho Man, what's good? Yeah, I definitely remembered Kirby dominated us many times over the however many starts, 3 or 4 starts. I don't know, maybe he's had 5. Yeah, and Kirby's pretty lights out when he sees Rangers across the chest when someone steps into the box, man. So I am going to have very tempered expectations about the offense. I'm hoping Evo can match Kirby, but Kirby has been very, very good when facing Texas. I'll never forget that Sunday game. You remember that Sunday game in 2023? It was game 162, and the Rangers had an opportunity to win the division. And George Kirby was on the bump in Seattle on that Sunday, game 162 in 2023, and he absolutely dominated the Rangers. And I don't know if he debuted a knuckleball against us, but he was throwing that knuckleball like incessantly, and nobody could get a hit off of him. That, to me, is the George Kirby moment against the Rangers that I will never forget. I'm hoping that that one is staying at the top, because that means there's not any more damage that he's causing us. But that, to me, will always be the moment I think about with George Kirby facing the Rangers, man. We had a chance to win the division. It all worked out, won our first World Series, but that was not happening on Sunday in Seattle in 2023, game 162 with George Kirby on the bump. Yeah, please, yes. Don't throw the knuckleball. I don't know, is that like a featured pitch for him now? I'm going to go on to Savant, and I'm going to see what Kirby is actually throwing just for fun. I want to say he does still throw it. Could be totally wrong on that, but I'll look it up while we're talking. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. Thank you so much. Beaks didn't look bad at all. Totally agree. I know a couple of y'all are still hanging out on Instagram. I'm just checking things out now. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Let me get to TikTok here. Probably another low-scoring game tomorrow, totally. A little better today than yesterday. Tyler, appreciate the comment, man. Complete shutdown that game. I was worried the Rangers wouldn't recover from that. Brian, same thing, man. Same exact thing. I think we all were on that Sunday, game 162 in 2023, when Kirby totally decimated us. I think a lot of people going to Tampa Bay, going into that Rays series, the wild card series, were not feeling awesome at all. It looks like he throws a knuckle curve, according to Baseball Savant, but I'm not seeing a straight-up knuckleball. Maybe he throws it occasionally, and maybe that knuckle curve once in a while, doesn't curve as much. I don't know. But I definitely remember dude was playing around with it against us and was very effective. We'll just say that, and we'll end on that. We will definitely look at the numbers here. I'm going to pull them up right now, and we will see what the Rangers are up against tomorrow. So start time, another evening game. I believe Wednesday is going to be a day game. So we will for sure be live tomorrow, probably 8th or 9th inning again. We'll have to see about Wednesday. We might have to do, an early evening show like we did the last time the Rangers had a day game. By the way, Colorado beating Houston? Hello. Colorado beating Houston right now, 9-7 in Denver. Let's go. And the Angels, what did they do today? Angels are beating the Braves right now by a score of 6-1. So that's looking pretty promising for them. The A's. Where's my A's score at right now? The A's are, I think they were off today. I'm not seeing them playing today. So believe they were off today. I think they're playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Looks like tomorrow the A's are opening up a series in New York with the Yankees. So they were off today, but they will be starting a 3-game set with the New York Yankees. So the standings. Rangers now 5-5. It looks like the Angels are going to improve to 6-5. And so they will be, I believe, tied for Houston for first place with a win. Rangers would be a half game out of first place if these scores hold. Always a good day when the Rangers win and the Astros lose. Come on, Rockies. Finish this one out, baby. Finish this one out. Time to be worried about Langford. Jonathan, good to see you, man. Thanks for the comment. I'm going to say no, but ultimate truth serum. Let's check out what the advanced stats say about him. Don't know if these are updated yet based on the results of tonight's game. Langford, good in terms of squared up percentage right now. The biggest concern for me with Wyatt Langford, biggest concern, 0 walks. 0 walks. He is in the 34th percentile when it comes to K percentage. He's pretty middle of the pack when it comes to chase and whiff percentage. Right now, the numbers are not looking great for Wyatt. The fielding, the base running, the defense is elite. But right now, up at the plate, the numbers are confirming, the advanced stats are confirming. It's not off to a great start. I do think that Wyatt will come around. I can only imagine the pressure that he's probably feeling with all the MVP talk and 30-30 talk that, me and other talking heads threw his way before the season and during spring training when he was hitting like 500. I can only surmise that he's pressing a little bit. I can only surmise it's a bit of a press job right now, and I hope it changes. But I'm concerned about the plate vision and plate discipline. I'm concerned that he's not taking any walks, man. That's, to me, the biggest thing is you're not up there seeing the ball well. If you have 0 walks at this point, and you got to figure, teams know who Wyatt Langford is. They know who he is, man. This is not some unknown dude at the bottom of the order. My guy's hitting second, man. He's hitting second in the order. Teams know about him. And so I say that because there's respect there. They're not trying to throw Wyatt Langford meatballs. They understand the power he possesses and the potential he has. And so my point is, Wyatt is definitely getting himself out at times, man. These are pitches that are tempting him outside of the zone. Like I said, the chase rate, it's not where it needs to be. Neither is the walk rate and just the plate discipline in general. Now, McJ, you asked to look up Evan Carter. Evan Carter has a ton of red on this Savant page. McJ, did you know what I was going to find before you said this? Did you know what I was going to find? Because there's a whole lot of red here. Evan Carter, 100th percentile in sweet spot percentage, which is like, essentially, if I could just dumb it down, sweet spot percentage is like launch angle, like dude's hitting liners. Dude has elite launch angle. So 100th percentile. Evan Carter is 92nd percentile in chase percentage, 87th percentile in walk percentage. You also have Evan Carter 84th percentile in hard hit percentage, 95th percentile when it comes to fielding. It's a lot of red for Evan Carter. So even though Evan, you look at the numbers right now for him, 241, 698 OPS. Evan is a guy who you feel a lot better about right now than Wyatt Langford. And I'm not glooming and dooming on Wyatt, but I am saying Wyatt's got a lot of blue right now. Evan's got a lot of red. And obviously Evan's numbers as of, April 6th are better than Wyatt's. but I feel like you're a lot more encouraged by Evan Carter. Oof. deGrom injured. Yeah, we talked about the knee. I think he tweaked the knee. Hang on one sec, TikTok. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick through X. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it done or not. Let me see here. Going back in time. My right knee just felt a little funny. Kind of stayed the same throughout. We were contemplating the 6th. I said I can do it. So minor right knee issue. And everything's fine. Minor right knee issue. Okay. So hopefully not a big deal. I think I mentioned earlier, I hope this is just one of those things where you've got deGrom kind of being a little bit cautious, just like he was to start the season. That's what I would like to see. I just got a notification Michigan won the national championship. There you go. I had no stake in the game. And honestly, once Texas goes out, you guys, for those of y'all that have been following for a while, I cover a few other teams. The Cowboys, the Longhorns, the Mavericks. Look, the Mavs this year, I mean, Cooper Flagg's been amazing, but we haven't talked a lot of Mavs this year. I already had my fill of, talking ball with the Rangers when they were already out of it. The Mavericks this year just never even had a shot, never even had a prayer after Anthony Davis went down, especially, and then they traded him. But anyways, when Texas went out, I pretty much stopped following. I'm not a college basketball diehard. College football, yes. I like college baseball too. College basketball, I cannot say I'm quite as big of a diehard here. But nevertheless, good that comes to a close. Now we get to focus on baseball. We get to focus on what NBA playoffs coming up. We got college playoffs coming up, college baseball playoffs, and of course the heart of the MLB season as well. Keep on rolling. Astros did lose to the Rockies 9-7. Amazing. Excellent. Always an outstanding day whenever you get the Rangers winning and the Astros losing. An amazing day. And you know what? Too bad the A's couldn't drop 1-2, but it looks like they are going to win against the Braves. Good stuff. Great start to the series. You got 2 shots now to win the series against Seattle. Look, you might remember last year, the Rangers played Seattle in Arlington so close. Do you guys remember that Seattle series in Arlington last year where like every single game went to extra innings? You guys remember that one? Like the Rangers were right there with the Mariners so many times during their matchups in 2025. And it was just the story of the Rangers season, like in a nutshell. Really close games and either blowing it or losing like 3-1, 2-0, 4-1, 4-2. That was the Rangers 2025 in a nutshell. And so look, the Rangers can hang with a lot of teams with the pitching that they have. The offense, I just feel like you add Nimmo and that's great, but you do need a couple of other dudes to step up. Nimmo can't do it all. He did extend the on-base streak, by the way. 10 games now. All 10 games, Brandon Nimmo has been on base. Still batting .359 with a .957 OPS on the year. Nimmo can't do it all, man. He can get to first base, but you got to have people behind him coming through. Look, Wyatt Langford, we were giving him a little bit of a hard time. He did have a hit today. It wasn't a very hard hit, but nevertheless, you found green grass, right? We were talking about that with Jock Peterson. You got on base, dude. You put the ball in play and good things happen. We say that all the time. So good for Langford. At least you didn't go 0 for tonight, and maybe you can build off that. We absolutely, though, need to appreciate Brandon Nimmo. He has been phenomenal since coming over from New York in the Simeon trade. Love watching him play the game, especially taking ABs, man. He just knows the zone, gives you a professional at bat every single time. It's been great. Keep going. Raleigh, appreciate that. You know what? Have I gotten a Jake Berger comp before? I mean, look, Jake's a great dude, making some good money. Like I said, I'm never going to be at all upset with getting compared to Major League Baseball players making 6 figures, 7, 8 figures. Cal Raleigh is the other big comp, honestly. Raleigh, appreciate that. Still needs to get moved down in the order. Too much pressure on him. Zach, you talking about Wyatt? You talking about Wyatt right now, Zach? Yeah, I don't think that they're going to do that, but I do understand the sentiment, thinking maybe Wyatt moving down in the order would be worthwhile. But who do you replace him with? You move Evan Carter up there, for example. That to me is a bad idea for a couple of reasons. First of all, I don't really want to see triple lefties. 1, 2, 3, Nimmo, Carter, and Seager. Don't really want to see triple lefties. I don't know who else you would really want to slot in there otherwise. There's just not a supernatural fit. I'd like to see Andrew McCutchen more too, Jose. I wonder if they are going to get creative and try to find ways to incorporate him more. But with so many right-handed pitchers, I mean, every pitcher we're facing in the Mariners series is a righty. So Kutch, unfortunately, is having to sit the bench a little bit right now. It is what it is. Look, Jock Peterson, he is going to have to do apparently a lot worse in order to lose the DH responsibilities. Anybody saying, though, Langford moved down, I get it. I'm not getting on you. I totally get it. I just don't think there's a very natural fit otherwise. There's not a very natural fit otherwise. Jeff said he believes Cody Freeman is in Arizona starting rehab. Not sure if you saw my comment earlier. If not, all good. Just wanted to let you know. Mace, I didn't see your comment. So this is actually a good segue. If I missed a comment of yours and you want me to see it, you want to make sure that we talk about it at some point, you got to know. I don't care at all if you copy and paste. If you repeat it, I appreciate it. I'm not trying to duck anything, but sometimes we get rolling with different topics and we move on to a new one. So definitely appreciate that, Mace. Like I said, I try not to bug. I have a couple of contacts. I try not to bug them too much. I definitely would like to know what the update is on Cody. Starting rehab, you would think we're probably not going to see him till late April. That's what I would probably think at this point. Not going to see Cody until late April, if that timeline is accurate. Who's getting sent down for Cody? Haggerty? That's a good question. I don't know if it's an obvious answer right now. I think clearly Duran's playing well. Haggerty, I think they like the switch hitting ability. They like that he's got some wheels. He can play second. He can play outfield. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Honestly, and I know that this might stir some people up, but, I think Josh Smith is going to have to step it up soon. I don't know what he's got left for optioning or anything like that. I know I'm talking crazy right now. Bear with me. It is just a little concerning right now out the gate for Josh. Josh does have 3 minor league options remaining, by the way. I know I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there, y'all, but it would probably have to be Cody Freeman for Josh Smith. I would be shocked if they bailed on Duran, and I think they like Haggerty and the intangibles, the switch hitting, the speed. I think the hitting against lefties as well. I think it could be a Josh Smith send down. I don't know. Could be a pen guy. Maybe. They sent down Young and Berger. They'll definitely send Smith down. You make a good point, Zach. I mean, that is something we need to keep in mind. Jake Berger, Josh Young, they were not too good to be sent down. I do think Josh Smith is a candidate. I don't think you're talking crazy. All right, look, it's hard for me because I like these guys, right? I like Josh. I like Smitty. Love Smitty. I just think if you're looking at Cody Freeman actually coming back and joining the major league team, which maybe he doesn't, maybe he goes back to Round Rock. But if Josh continues to struggle, that feels like the guy, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm going to have to see what plays out over the next week, 2 weeks. I think Cody's going to have a few more weeks yet before he's ready to go. But yeah, if April is not kind to some of these guys, to Josh Smith, to even Josh Young, who had a great game today, but It's going to be close. It is going to be close. All right, let's keep rolling. Garrett, absolutely. Rather him struggle now, Andrew says, than get hot in a month. Yeah, Andrew, you might be right. I mean, the skill level between Josh and Cody there's not that much of a gap. Let's just say that. I would agree with you on that. I don't know how big the gap is in skill. Let's say Cody Freeman's better than Josh Smith, which I know is going to get some people's ire, but let's just go along with it. It feels pretty marginal, right? It feels pretty marginal. So you could go the other way, though. I don't feel like Josh Smith is leaps and bounds above Cody Freeman either. So you can kind of go either way with that. Andrew, you very well may be correct. Maybe they can give him a bit of a breather like Young, just a day off with Zeke or Haggerty. I think they will. I don't know if they're going to do that right now, but you could put Haggerty in against Kirby. You know, that's the one thing I want to do right now because we're already at the hour mark and over. That is one thing that I want to do is let's look at the matchup for tomorrow, and then let's end the show on that note like we always do. So tomorrow, you got Kirby on the bump. You got Evo on the bump. Let's see what Josh Smith's numbers are, and maybe that will guide us in a decision on whether or not a mental day, a little breather is coming his way. So you look at the preview, and you see Kirby Berger is 0 for 3 against him. Carter 1 for 4. Ezekiel Duran. Okay, we might have gotten our answer right here. Ezekiel Duran in 13 at-bats has a .538 batting average against George Kirby. Feels like it may be a good day to get Zeke Duran in the building, on the field. Zeke Duran, .538 batting average against George Kirby. You might be right about needing to give Smitty a little off day. Now, let's go to Smitty. .235 average in 17 ABs, a .572 OPS. So look, hitting a lot of singles. This could be a day where maybe you say, let's give Zeke a go. He's hit him well, so he's hitting 7 for 13. 7 for 13. That's pretty impressive. I would be a little surprised if they keep Zeke out of the lineup tomorrow, honestly. Now, Higgy, 1 for 7. Danny Jansen, 2 for 3. So maybe we get back-to-back days of Danny, who, by the way, Danny Jansen, let's talk about him for just a sec, man. Looking like Pudge Rodriguez behind the plate, gunning down base runners. We have catchers that can throw people out. What is happening? What is happening? What is the world coming to? Like, we would automatically expect a safe call like before the ball even got there last year. Now we're throwing runners out at second base. Beautiful. Danny Jansen, 2 for 3 with an RBI against George Kirby. Josh Young, 1 for 8. Wyatt Langford, not good, McJ. Not good. Wyatt Langford against George Kirby. A robust 091 average. 1 for 11. Not good. McCutchen, 3 for 6 with a bomb. Might we see Andrew McCutchen in the lineup? Jock Peterson is 0 for 4. Maybe we get McCutchen and Duran in the lineup tomorrow. Andrew McCutchen hitting a healthy 500 with a bomb in 6 ABs against probable starter for the Mariners, George Kirby. Brandon Nimmo, 1 for 7. We already talked Jock, 0 for 4 against Kirby in his career. Corey Seager, 1 for 15. Yikes. Corey Seager, 1 for 15 in his career against George Kirby. And we already said Josh Smith, .235 batting average. On the other side, Evo against a Rosarina, 125 batting average. Canzone, 1 for 3. Crawford, 167 batting average against Evo, but he did hit a home run. I believe that was last year. Brendan Donovan, 0 for 2. Garver, 0 for 4. Josh Naylor, 0 for 8. Cal Raleigh, 286 batting average in 14 ABs with a homer. So Cal, big dumper, probably a guy Evo needs to look out for tomorrow. Luke Raley, 3 for 12. Lifetime. Ref Snyder, 0 for 3. J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez, 389 average and 18 ABs with a bomb. So Cal Raleigh and J-Rod, those are the guys you probably lock in on a little bit more if you're Evo. Maybe Crawford with the home run allowed last year, but otherwise a pretty healthy, in a good way, for Evo track record against the Mariners. So I like what I'm seeing right now in this game preview. George Kirby has historically dominated the Rangers, but hopefully we see a breakthrough game. Maybe you get Zeke Duran and McCutchen in there, even though it's righty-righty. Could be a nice little fire starter. Both those guys hitting 500 plus lifetime against George Kirby. We'll take it. They are a combined, let's do the quick mental math here, 10 for 19 against George Kirby. McCutchen and Duran are a combined 10 for 19 in their career against George Kirby. And we have one bomb, and that's McCutchen. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I wouldn't say I'm a big Jansen guy, Irv, but I like what I saw tonight. I think I said during the offseason, I'm not super impressed, and I wasn't super impressed by the Danny Jansen move. But nevertheless, I'm going to give credit where it's due, and he had a good game tonight. Look, the numbers don't jump off the page, but I will take gunning a runner down at second base 100%. It looks like otherwise, Ofer, but 629 OPS on the year, 222 batting average. Nothing crazy, but I'll give credit where it's due tonight. He was good defensively. Yeah, Nate, I like the spirit. We haven't beaten George Kirby yet. We're due. We are due. Brian, come on now, man. Glass half full, baby. Glass half full. I'm with you, brother. George Kirby's going to be tough tomorrow. By the way, game is at 7:05, 5:05 my time, so we'll be back here similar time tomorrow. Appreciate all y'all. If you haven't hit that follow button yet, hit that follow button, man. Let's keep doing this all season long. This is what we do each night. Unless I got something crazy going on, I think we did 150 plus live streams last year. So I'm not every game, not 162, but I'm pretty dang close. So I hope you follow along. I'll have another video out tomorrow at some point during the day. I'll have to think about what direction I want to go, but follow me on other socials, on X. I post on there all the time, Facebook as well, Threads. I'm on pretty much anything. So if you want during the game, not just post game, you want during the game, I like to post highlights, edits, all that good stuff. So please follow me on other socials. I'd appreciate it. Last thing, I know I've talked a little bit about the Discord here and there throughout the show. If you want to take your support of me and Ride on Rangers in general to the next level, the one thing I monetized is our Ride on Rangers Discord. It's a group of about, I want to say 40 people or so. It's a pretty solid group, man. I really have loved the Discord over the last year that I've had it open. And so look, if you want to take your support to the next level, think about becoming a subscriber on TikTok. It's $2.99 a month, or a member on YouTube. Same thing. You hit that join button, $2.99 every month, and you get the Discord access immediately after the show. Appreciate you considering it. If it's not for you, no hard feelings. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep showing up after the games, liking the show, sharing it with somebody, commenting. I love it. And I appreciate all you guys. We don't take any support for granted. Appreciate it. Starting to think Junis needs an opportunity to be the closer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. Recoup is hard. Yes, I remember. Hard Chuck. It's been a while, my guy. We'll take it. We'll take it, man. Good to see you. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for saying something. Hey, you guys have a great rest of your Monday night. Have a great Tuesday ahead. And as I always say to end every single show, God bless and go Rangers.